Me hearties. Welcome aboard again for another wonderful day of work on the Little Bear. Today I've got another project in mind, but I thought I'd bring you up to speed on what I've been up to. It's Monday. The weekend is behind us, and a good weekend it was, too. We had Dread Pirate Vlad on board. He helped us remove the remaining chain plates, as problematic as they were, and they have been successfully removed. But in the meantime, we've done some other things, so I thought I'd keep you apprised. Arr. Well, we did manage to get the chain plates off, but what a mess we made of the inside of the boat. You can see the holes I drilled over there. I showed you them before, and the ones behind you over there, looking kind of ugly. So that's a challenge we're going to have to address later on. But in the meantime, I was thinking about what could have improved my odds of success while doing that, and I was inspired by Mads over at Sail Life. You can check his blog out, although you probably already know where it is. I'll put a link in down here underneath in the description. So shout out to Mads. But he uses a couple of tools that I thought were actually really, really interesting. The first one that he used I thought would be a very good idea is a laser measuring device. This little bad boy makes short and easy work of measuring around the inside of the boat, trying to keep a tape straight or connected on one end. And as far as I can tell, it's pretty accurate. It's supposed to be accurate down to 1/16 or in that neighborhood, which I think is fair enough for the kind of work we're doing here. Reasonably cheap, a little bit more expensive than a steel tape measure, but I think it's a pretty good investment. The other little toy that he had, that his Mads had, that would have really helped is this bad boy right here. And it is a laser level. So there you can see how it works. It simply projects a cross line on whatever surface you're working on, and it self-levels itself. So I've got it lined up so that the bottom bolt hole is on the vertical line, and you can see how the next hole up is just a little offset, about a ½ inch, which is what I measured with the steel tape measure, but unfortunately missed. You can't see it from your perspective, but the third bolt hole up inside the ceiling, the laser actually goes up there, and it is an equal offset from this one. So from here to here is about a ½ inch, and from there to the next one is about ½ inch. And I kind of thought, yep, that's a gizmo I can use. So I went and got myself one. Very nice. Today I'm going to be tackling the Boomkin. I've got 6 bolts I need to take off. They're accessed through the cockpit, which is going to be another awkward monkey pretzel kind of job to do, but hopefully it doesn't take too long. And then I have to pry the whole Boomkin up off the deck. Hopefully it's not glued on there with 5200 or anything nasty like that. And hopefully I don't drop it overboard like I did with the bowsprit. Wasn't concerned about the bowsprit going over because, well, it's rotten. I'm going to replace it anyway. But the Boomkin's in fairly good shape, so I don't want to damage it by being foolish. So come have a look. So here's the Boomkin. 1, 2, 3 bolts right there. 1, 2, 3 bolts right there. And hopefully there's nothing else, no surprises or awkward things to deal with. So I'll have to take the lifelines off. And I'm hoping it'll be a straightforward job that I can get done today. The chain plates, as you can see, are gone. And that's what they look like once removed. You can see how the rust behind them. This one's not too bad. This one's not too good. And this one's not too bad. starboard side is about the same shape. So I'm not sorry I took them off. A lot of work, but I'll feel much better when I get new ones put on there and the rigging back in order. So let's get busy, shall we?
Well, the boomkin is off. Came off without too much trouble, and I didn't drop it over the end of the boat or anything. You can see on the deck there was a little bit of goo left on there. It wasn't 5200 and it wasn't particularly sticky. It wasn't particularly effective either by the look of things. If you take a close look at it, you can see that it comes off fairly well and doesn't look like it was sealing the boomkin or the boat from any water that may have snuck up underneath there. It's not very good stuff. Maybe it's not original, maybe it is. Hard to tell. Really don't know. If you look at the boomkin here, the wood of the boomkin is in fairly good shape. The spacer blocks are pretty solid. There's no rot in them, but the little shim between the spacer blocks and the boomkin is quite rotten, really punky. So I'm glad I got the boomkin off. Looks like I took it off just in time. I don't regret moving it. Was considering not removing it, but I did. There you can see where I used the pry bar to pry, and that shim just flattened right out. It's no stronger than paper mache or anything like that. So there it is, it's off. And that's all I wanted to do for the day, so it looks like I'm done. I'm ready to go home and enjoy an evening with Dread Pirate Admiral. So there you go. Fair winds, following seas, and God bless. Oh, and by the way, if you feel so inclined, please hit the thumbs up button. It puts me in good standing with Google. Or if you really like it, hit the subscribe button down below there. And leave a comment or two, and I'll answer them as I can. Thanks for following us, and we'll see you next time.